Welcome, my friend, to your Monday Morning Cup of Joe. And I hope you had a very restful weekend. And this week's episodes for Monday Morning Cup of Joe and After the Coffee on Wednesday is about, well, controlling emotion. Sometimes we just react, and that's not always so good. That limbic brain in our head, full of emotion, taps the lizard brain, and things come out of our mouth that we regret. And sometimes you can't help it, or so it seems. But we need to understand that in all interaction, there's a stimulus, that thing that turns that lizard brain and the limbic brain on, and then there's a space. And if we take advantage of that space before we react, if we take advantage of that space and think about how we actually want to respond to the situation, right? Reaction, knee jerk, it happens. Boom, there it is. It's out there. And then you got to play cleanup. That's never fun. But if we take that advantage of that space, and we can say things like, can you give me a few minutes? Or can we talk about this later? Or let me think about that. If we can catch ourselves in that emotion, and it's not easy. It takes training, it takes practice to say, you know what, can you give me a few minutes? Or can you give me a period of time? And in that, what that does is that expands that space in between stimulus and response. And in that space, you can sit down and think about why you feel the way you feel. Because, right, we feel emotions, but they don't come in words, right? They don't, happy, sad, angry, whatever it might be. It doesn't come with a real clean title to it. So we have to kind of sit and reflect on, do I know why I'm responding this way? Hey, I get hangry. If I haven't eaten, that's a problem. And I know it. So I try to make sure that, I have something to eat throughout the day. Could be pistachios. Those are one of my favorite things to eat, and they have protein in them. If you've experienced being hangry, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's very easy to react, but we have to understand it's biochemical. It's a biochemical response that may be inappropriate or unhelpful, right? So give yourself that gift of saying, time out, give me a few minutes and I'll sit down with you and we can talk about this. And in those few minutes, take some deep breaths, because sometimes that's what I have to do. Okay, now what? What do I think about this? Why do I feel this way? How do I want to present this to this other person while maintaining a respectful thought process, treating them with respect? Because that's what it means to be a leader. It's not easy. And it could be a thankless job. You do it because it's who you are. So I want you to think about that. If you're like me, I mean, I did have lots of problems with emotion when I was younger. Thankfully, I've mellowed with age, but I still get hangry. So I've got to be really careful and make sure that I eat so that I don't have that biochemistry out of balance and react versus respond. It takes practice. Now I'm going to do a deeper drill down on this on Wednesday for our After the Coffee. And I'm going to talk about a very special person who wrote a very special book that really helped me understand this lesson. That being said, my friend, enjoy your hot cup of coffee or whatever libation you choose, and lead well. I will see you on Wednesday.